apartment tour. Let's see it. Yeah, this is beautiful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Mazatlan. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Honestly, you know why? Because you never know, man. You never know where your boy might end up. So I'm gonna take a picture of that. See what's up. Check out some rentals over there. Hey guys, hi, Bryson here. Welcome to my show. And by the way, guys, just a little announcement here. I'm going live on Monday to Friday on my third channel. It's called Ask Me Bryson. You can join me live and talk to me one-on-one whenever you actually want to. Schedule the call. The link is down below. Or you can join me live at that time, Eastern, by the way. And then, for example, I have like a Zoom link and you can basically join me there. However, though, for this video right here, we are going to be reacting to an older lady here that is living next to the beach in Mexico for $420, man. People think I be playing when I say basically, yo, moving and leaving the US after you have, for example, a little lump sum of money, maybe like a little side hustle, is going to be amazing. Like, the US is very expensive to actually live in. I basically have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home right here, and I pay $725. In Puerto Rico. It's crazy. It's insane, okay? It's crazy, it's insane. Let's go watch this video though and see exactly what's going on over here though.
I think we all want to be happy. And unfortunately, what they tell you in the US,
what they tell you in the US? Yo, listen to this, guys.
The money you need to retire on, this many millions or this many hundreds of thousands.
Yo, I think my quality is messed up, but the answer is that it's very true. You know, if it's not like they're lying to you, but if you want to live in the US, it's gonna basically take a lot more money than it would, for example, living in Mexico or Puerto Rico or any other country out there. That's the biggest thing.
Thousands of dollars a year. I am a living example. You don't need all that.
Look at this, by the way. And by the way, there are expensive areas everywhere. Like in Mexico, Puerto Rico, there are places that if I wanted to live in Puerto Rico, it would be like $4,000 a month. But if you're smart, you can be in a nice area. Everything's like very close to, but you pay like a fraction of the price.
Money. And you can be happy. Hi, welcome to my apartment in Mazatlan, Mexico.
Mazatlan, Mexico. By the way, this lady, older lady here, looks like she's glowing, so that's awesome. Unlocked. And by the way, the whole idea behind the show is that they unlock the door to their apartment and show you around and show you everything. Maybe one day I'll be on this whole thing, you know? Show you my apartment here. $420 in Mazatlan, Mexico.
I'm Janet Blazer. I'm 65.
65, nice.
Live in Mazatlan, Mexico in a 2-bedroom apartment about half a minute from the beach.
Half a minute from the beach, and the lady is 65 years old and has a 2-bedroom for $420. And this is probably in Mexico like a crazy luxury apartment too.
My rent is $420 a month, which is about 8,500 pesos.
8,500 pesos. By the way, one thing is, if you're ever gonna move to the US and go to one of these places, don't be stupid. Don't tell them you're coming from the US. Don't tell them like you're American, because they will charge you American prices, aka gringo prices. So you gotta have, for example, like somebody that's actually gonna help you, either like a little like real estate broker, or for example, just call in if you know Spanish and just, you know, if you can speak that native tongue, that's fine. But if you can't, I would just basically get somebody to actually help me with the whole process, because they do charge you extra if they know where you're from.
I'm a retired journalist. I still do a little bit of freelance writing.
For CNBC, that's awesome.
Here, but mostly my time is my own. I like to...
This lady reminds me a lot of the 4-hour work week, man. Like, you still have a side hustle, you have a job, but now she gets to go out there, surf, and do whatever she wants in Mexico. That's awesome.
Surf, I go to the beach, I hang out with friends, and I just do whatever I want. My monthly income is a combination of Social Security, some royalties from book sales, and a little bit of freelance writing. And
I don't think this lady makes more than $4,000 a month.
And it's between $1,200 and $1,400 a month.
Look at that. Look at that, right? $1,200 a month, and you get the lifestyle that you actually want. This is what I'm telling you, man. If you want to live this luxury lifestyle where you're driving the Bugattis, the Lamborghinis, it's just going to take way too much, you know? But if you have, for example, and by the way, she's renting over there, right? I understand it, by the way, but imagine if you had like a paid for home, nothing to worry about, and you still have income coming in. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Janet moved to Mexico in 2006 when she was 50 years old. Well, she's been there for a while, almost like 15 years or so. That's awesome. And by the way, I like this idea. Like, you know, I'm in Puerto Rico. I'm probably gonna stay here for a long time. But like once I buy a property here and I'm settled here, I don't mind going to Colombia or going to Mexico or Panama and staying there for like 6 months or like 3 months and just basically like having like a mini retirement, experiencing that culture. To me, that'd be pretty cool too, right? I like that idea a lot, and it won't cost that much money either. That's the cool thing. That's the luxury, man.
I was born in New York, but spent most
Same here. Psych. I just lived in New York. I wasn't born
of my
there.
adult life in Santa Cruz, California. Once my kids were grown,
Oh, yo, look how beautiful this lady is back in the days, man. I read this thing today. It was like I was this video. It was like your body is a depreciating asset, so just make sure the things you invest into actually make sense. Look at this beautiful family here, 3 kids. That's awesome.
and I was 50, I was looking
Dennis, Spike, and Vrenda.
at what was ahead of me in my life, and I wanted to change. I really
That's awesome.
wanted to be happy, and I needed to find work because the internet had upended my career in journalism. So I tried to
Yeah. So what happens is, you know, man, sometimes bad things lead to, for example, great things. You know what I mean? Like sometimes having like losing everything makes you have to shift into something else. So that's
think
awesome.
outside the box, and I went on a random vacation to Mexico, and while I was
And I never came back.
there, I saw a business opportunity. I saw that I could start an English magazine and support myself and live in a simpler way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you started an English magazine, but then again, she makes like $1,200 a month. So it's nothing basically, but she gets to be taken care of and live the life that she. That's awesome. You know, so much props. That's
I
awesome.
went back home and talked to my kids, who were all grown by then, about this idea. And so my kids were completely supportive. They said, yes, Mom, go for it. Go and do your dream. See, I get a little choked up.
Oh my God, relax, okay? Everybody relax here. No crying. But it's awesome. You know, I love to see these stories. You know, she didn't retire at 65. She retired like at 50, living the dream that she actually wanted to live. You know, to me, that's awesome. That's impressive, man. This is the stories that I like to hear so much.
Thinking about that, but that was 15 years ago, and this is home now.
During the pandemic, Janet moved back to the U.S. to be with her children. That makes sense. You know, you want to be, and that's the thing. You know, it's not like you have to be there. You can stay there for the bulk of your time. If you want to go somewhere else, that's fine too. You know what I mean? Like some part time. But she only went there because, you know, the whole pandemic. She didn't feel safe, and then blah blah blah. Wanted to be with her kids, so that's fair. She returned to Mazatlan in I can't say that word. Mazatlan. I can't say that word. Mazatlan. Okay, Mazatlan in March of 2021. Literally a year later. That's awesome.
My apartment now is 1,100 square feet. It's
Pretty
two
big.
big bedrooms, a bath and a half. There's an extra room in the back that is like a maid's quarters that I use as a laundry room because I
Nice.
don't have a maid. It has
She could have a maid, by the way. That's the thing, you know, outside of the U.S., you could hire somebody for like $100 a month and take care of your whole house and cook for you and clean for you. It's a different lifestyle, bro. I'm telling you. And don't believe this hype where they tell you like, oh, it's not safe, it's not this. It's pretty safe. It's pretty much just as safe. You know, obviously you don't want to go to like the places you don't understand, but it's pretty safe. Trust your boy.
It has 10-foot ceilings, beautiful windows, and it has more space than I ever thought I would need.
That's awesome.
What makes this place worth it to me, the proximity to the beach is a big deal for me, and the ability
I don't care about the beach. I'm 10 minutes away from the beach. I've never been to the beach in Puerto Rico in my whole life. Literally in my whole life. I have not been there. I should go. I should, don't get me wrong, but I just really don't care about beaches. I grew up, for example, in islands like Dominican Republic, Tortola, which is also an island. And it's like you just see beaches all the time. You're just like, okay, you know, I'm spoiled basically. That's why I don't care about them.
to walk to my favorite coffee shops and restaurants. Having 2 friends so close by is also important. Socializing and
Oh,
also
Ray.
in case of
Hey Ray, you guys remember Ray?
emergencies.
That's good. That's good because when you're somewhere alone, you need somebody to be able to cover you, you know? So here I have like my aunt. I'm making some new friends, obviously. But it's important you have somebody. You know, my neighbors downstairs. It's important people know you. So if anything goes wrong, they're like, where's Tommy, you know?
This apartment that I have now, that I pay $420 a month for, is the most expensive place I've ever lived in Mazatlan in 15 years.
Yeah.
Usually my rent has been around $200.
And by the way, let's be honest, right? When people catch on to this stuff and hear about these places, well, they go move there. And when you have inventory and you have a surplus of, for example, people trying to get that inventory, and then you have a lack over here, the rent goes up. You also have inflation and all this other stuff. So it's a part of the game. Prices are going to change. But 15 years living there, you would have considered just buying a home a long time ago. You know, 15 years on a 15-year mortgage over there, you would have been paid off a property a long time ago. And just some reverse quick math here. If we're assuming that, for example, the person that's actually renting out the place is trying to make 10% on his money, 420 multiplied by 12, she's basically paying $5,000, divided by 0.10, most likely maybe the home costs like around $50,000, you know, like the apartments, maybe $50,000, $60,000, but it's not that much money. So could have bought an apartment a long time ago and just cut that whole thing off too.
So this was a big step for me to double my...
$25 for electric, $5 for gas, $17 for Wi-Fi. That Wi-Fi must be trash, because especially like, for example, like in third world countries, even like just outside of the US, Wi-Fi is just trash. You know, in Puerto Rico, trash. They have like the fast ones also, but it's expensive. So I can tell this one's trash.
Rent.
Gas is very cheap though. This is beautiful, bro. I don't even care about sceneries, but this is beautiful. You just gotta say it, right? It's beautiful.
My American friends, my rent of $420 may seem very low, but for an average Mazatlecan living here,
yeah, they're gonna be like, yo, that's crazy high, yeah.
some blocks from the ocean and a small house, my rent is astronomical.
Yeah. I was told that too, you know, when I first got here, people were like, you're paying how much? You know, my first apartment I was paying $1,200, and it was like this very small apartment, and I was like, yo, this is crazy, because my neighbors, literally the people that live with me in the same building, were paying $675. So I was like, yo, I'm out of here. You're trying to finesse me, because again, I said I was coming from America. So I basically went ahead and left. But now my new apartment, I'm paying $725, and it's like double the size, and it's a lot more nicer and everything like that. So yeah, you gotta finesse it.
When I was looking for a place to
Oh, she got a car.
rent,
Nice.
I had certain parameters of what I wanted. I wanted to be in Centro Historico. I wanted to be close to the ocean. I wanted to be able to walk to restaurants and cafes that I wanted to go to.
That's good.
A good friend of mine told me about an apartment across the hall from her that was available. So when I first looked at it, I thought...
Apartment is beautiful, man. And usually, by the way, when you're going somewhere, okay, so if you're gonna move somewhere, remember this, right? You gotta go ahead, when you move there, get a fully furnished apartment. Don't try to buy all the furniture. This apartment right here was not fully furnished, which was kind of a mistake on my part, but in reality, I was kind of in a rush. But it's a really good deal, guys. It's a really good deal. But usually you want to get a fully furnished apartment. That way you don't got to worry about anything. But in total, I have all my furniture now. I have my bed, I have my sofa, I have my dining table, I have my desk, I have my chairs, everything I need. So when I do buy a house, most likely next year, guess what? Your boy don't need to buy no furniture. And by the way, all my furniture was used. None of it was new. Well, except this fancy desk, which cost a lot of money, like $300-$400. By the way, this desk was ridiculous. Oh, also this right here, this chair, also really expensive, super ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, that's enormous. I don't need all that space. I'll just keep looking for something smaller. But as I looked, I saw that even smaller places farther from the beach
for around the same price,
were going to be at least the same cost. So this one...
That's a nice kitchen, man. Look at that. That's beautiful.
One started looking better and better.
And by the way, in Puerto Rico is a little bit more different, because in Puerto Rico, you're not like looking. It's like when you find what you're looking for, you get it right there, because somebody else is just around the corner trying to get it too. It's crazy right now over here, man.
I realized what a good deal this was, and I called the landlord and insisted.
Like, there's people literally willing to pay like a whole year's rent just to get an apartment. That's how crazy it is.
That he take a deposit.
Upfront costs. So here, usually is a month of deposit, first month's rent, sometimes last month's rents too. For this apartment, I only paid the $725 plus 2 months of rent, because I wanted to like really sell myself for this tenant, which was great. And then like the deposit for the water. But overall, it was supposed to be like $1,450, but I ended up putting like another $725 in rent just to have like 2 months rent covered. But usually just like the first month rent, and that's it.
So my move-in costs were basically first month's rent and a month's security, so $840 total.
Nice.
That was okay for my budget and an expected expense, and especially because I've been staying in a friend's house for 3 months and not having to pay any rent or any utilities, so I had some.
This lady is low-key broke, you know? I'm gonna be honest, low-key broke. You gotta fix this issue, man. You gotta consider, like, you're 65 years old, and I know it sounds like a crazy thing, but maybe consider buying a property. Do the math, make sure it makes sense, right? But if properties are going for like $40,000 in that area, or like 50K, you could have been done with a property a long time ago, and that basically means you're not paying nobody rent anymore. If you know you're gonna be there for the long term, makes sense. I understand, for example, the first year you stay there for 1 year or 2 years, you're like, I don't know. But after 15 years though, you got to make a choice. At this point, renting is more expensive than buying.
A nice bulk of money saved.
Janet also had to invest in new appliances. That sucks. I hate appliances, man.
In Mexico, when you rent something that's unfurnished, what that means is that there's no appliances.
Oh, look at that.
So I had to buy a refrigerator, a stove, a wash machine,
My best thing about this apartment was it had a big refrigerator, because I like that. It had a nice kitchen with a lot of like space. It had like the washer and dryer also. I love the simplicity of it, man. It's so great.
Water heater, ceiling fans, air conditioners.
A water heater? That's crazy.
All that stuff was part of my startup costs.
That's a lot of money.
Before I went to the States in 2020, you know, I had been here 14 years, so I had acquired all of those things over time.
Oh, I see. So you just moved them over. That's what I'm saying with this apartment, right? I acquired all these things already.
It was quite a shock this time to have to buy it all at once, all over again.
Oh, spent about $1,500 on that's not bad. That's not bad at all. $1,500 for a fridge, stove, AC unit. That's not bad. Apartment tour. Let's see it. Yeah, this is beautiful, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Mazatlan. I'm gonna take a picture of this, honestly. You know why? Because you never know, man. You never know where your boy might end up. So I'm gonna take a picture of that, see what's up. Check out some rentals over there.
Mazatlan is a pretty big city. It's a city on the Pacific coast, kind of opposite the tip of Baja. What I love about here, I love the ocean. I'm really a water baby. You know, I surf, I swim, I walk on the beach, and the water is very clean.
That's so cool.
There's great seafood.
You know what? What's your optimal like retirement life, guys? Like you know, like I would like my retirement lifestyle is basically pay for a house, have help to help me clean the house, people that'll cook for me, and all this stuff. Like that's to me is pretty awesome. You know what I mean? Like just like it's pretty cool, right? It sounds like a little spoiled, I know, but like when you live somewhere different, it's just like the cost is so low. It's so awesome.
The thing that attracted me about Mazatlan when I first came on vacation and then when I decided to move here is that the Mazatlacans are known throughout Mexico as being really friendly people.
Nice.
And they really are. The apartment building that I live in was made in the 1950s.
1950s.
I don't know what I would call this style. It's kind of old-fashioned.
But it's nice.
Which I love because it's enabled me to kind of make this eclectic mixture of modern and then some
eclectic mixture. Remember this is a journalist, guys. He gets all his fancy words.
Traditional Mexican in a way that works for me and my lifestyle. So when you come in the front door,
this lady's a winner, man. She's a winner. She got exactly what she wanted to. She has no assets. That's one thing. It sounds like that. I can't really judge a lot. But imagine, for example, let's just say, for example, the government money stops coming in, like the Social Security. Like, I know. Very unlikely. But let's just pretend, for example, what would happen then? Like, what is she going to do? You know, she makes $1,200. Social Security is probably like $700 to $800 worth of that. So let's say that money stops coming in. Like, what do you do then? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. You got to pay off a property. You got to have your own stuff.
You're in the living room. There's lots of windows. It's got great light.
That's a nice sofa.
I love that it opens into the dining area, so it's a nice place to entertain. I love to cook and have friends over.
I love to cook. It's like, oh man, I just meal prep all the time, guys. I'm not a big fan of cooking, man. I'm a big fan of eating, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of cooking,
The living room opens up into a dining room. That extends back into a kitchen on one side, and my bedroom
that's so pretty, man.
on the other side. This is my bedroom. I love the corner windows. They let in lots of light, but it's very cozy. The other thing I really like.
Yo, imagine the person that's going all the way over to Mexico just to film this whole thing for this show. That's so cool, man. Like, got a whole free vacation. You know what I mean? That's cool.
Is the headboard. The headboard is actually shutters from one of the oldest hotels here in Mazatlan. So it's
I'm missing a mirror in my room.
A little bit of history in my life. So
nice, nice.
I feel very lucky that I have closets in my apartment because many of the older homes in Mazatlan don't have closets. So to not only have a closet, but to have a spacious closet.
That's a nice closet. I have a lot of closet space in this apartment, a lot of closet space, and I barely use it. I sold all my sneakers. I just don't really care about that stuff anymore.
With a light and shelves and enough room for everything is pretty great.
That's awesome. Look, so you can tell, man, oh, you gotta be careful with this, what do you call this stuff? This sun protector stuff? What do you call this stuff, guys? I forgot. Sunshade? Sun protector? I'm blanking out. But be careful, because some of this stuff causes cancer. There was like a whole article and stuff. Be careful with this stuff.
The kitchen is a galley kitchen.
Yo, my mom is always using this stuff to make coffee. Like, these are like the old types of stuff. Coffee machines. I just don't know the names to anything anymore.
Long and narrow, not my favorite, but it does the job. And then behind the kitchen is what...
Yo, this thing is always on the edge of falling down. It's like the worst invention in mankind. It makes absolutely no sense. Like, you're always on the edge of... I don't drink coffee, by the way, but I've seen my mom do it for years. And it's always either falling down or just one accident away from burning your whole house down.
Was the maid's quarters, and I've made it kind of my laundry room, prep room. And here is also where my cats have access to their outdoor
cats? If she has more than 2 cats, we got a problem.
So they can go in and out as they like, but they're contained.
Nice.
On the other side of the living room is my office. The office also has great big windows that open out to a really sweet balcony where I have coffee every morning and sometimes enjoy happy hour with my friends.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
From one corner, there's a little ocean view, and I love to sit there. And in between the office and the back bedroom is...
Oh, there's the ocean view.
The full bathroom. So it's like a Jack and Jill bathroom.
Dana spent about $1,600 on new furniture. Also, she bought all this new furniture. So total actually moving cost with all the appliances was more like $3,100. Not including the month deposit and stuff like that too. That's more like $3,500. $3,600.
I think where I'm at now is that my perfect life is that I could be kind of like a snowbird in reverse.
Oh, that's so cool, guys. Look at that, right? That's so cool. That's like a machine thing.
That I could go up to the States.
That's so cool.
For a few months every year and have time with my kids and my grandkids, but still have my main life down here.
That's awesome. I respect it. That's kind of like my lifestyle, right? But I'm not going to the US anymore, I guess. So it's kind of like a snowbird. But, my life is more like Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, and that's like Dominican Republic, and then maybe, for example, just travel in the world and stuff like that. I really want to go to Colombia, to Panama, just visit. I don't like these things, but I know it's important, just to get outside my comfort zone and see all these things. So I look forward to that.
The truth is that I wouldn't be able to afford to live in the US anymore. Not on just my Social Security.
Yeah, because she broke.
And the little bit of extra money I get. So
yeah,
to live here in Mexico and be happy.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at the video we're gonna recommend. It living in a $4,300 apartment in New Jersey. I think I did a video on this one already, yo.
And be able to afford the things I want in my life is a blessing.
Yeah, guys. Overall, that is the end of that video. But guess what I'm gonna say, man? That is absolutely awesome. I have nothing bad to say here aside from big mistake on not buying a property early in the game. For example, it's 3 years in, because at this point it would have basically been paid off and then you don't have to worry about that anymore. And it's just a lot more simple to be a snowbird when basically you have a paid for property and you don't got to worry about rent anymore. It's just like a little maintenance, a little taxes, and a little, for example, insurance. But overall, man, it's a nice lifestyle, sounds like a great lifestyle, actually. For me, is it for me to live in Mexico? Probably not, but But I would like, for example, let me know what you think though, right? I would like, for example, to just like travel around and have like mini retirements in somewhere, like 3 months stay somewhere, 3 months stay somewhere else, and stuff like that. You know, if I find somewhere that I actually like it so much and wow, like maybe, but I doubt it. You know, I like fast internet. I like being like close to family and stuff like that. These things are important to me. I see you guys tomorrow though. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. Any comments about this video, comment down below. Any comments about a video you want me to watch, comment down below. I actually read comments. I actually do what people tell me to do in comments. So go ahead and basically comment down below. On top of that, also, if you want to watch that video about the lady making like paying $4,300 for rent, here it is right here. On top, I click my face right here. Follow me on Instagram, Bryson here. And if you want to call me, the link is down below. And calls are free, by the way. Peace out.